All right, there we go. Well, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I'd like to say shout out to all you lovely, wonderful, amazing people. I thank you for being here. You could be anywhere in the world, but the fact that you're rocking in the den tonight, it means a whole lot. So let's shout everybody out real quick. Let's get into the conversation. I'm gonna try my best not to talk so much this evening. Hopefully, we get some calls in. Let me know how the audio is sounding because I've changed some things up. I got rid of that little janky device that kept cutting out on me. I got a new little play toy, and I've been having. I'm looking at the camera right there. I got a new little toy, and I've been having fun with it. And I'm hoping that it's as clear for you guys as it's coming across for me. Uh, but I usually don't monitor my sound, so I don't know. But to me, this sounds like the best it's been going. But I don't know, right? Because I never listen to myself. So, or anytime I actually have, it's been on accident. It's like a weird ass echo. So I'm actually going to start trying to live monitor myself, so that hopefully it makes the content that much better, right? So we're one step at a time. One, what is it? The tortoise or something wins a race. I don't know. I saw that happen in real life on a video. The rabbit got all distracted, tried to hump somebody's hand or something. The tortoise just kept crawling and kept balling. But excuse me, 335. What's the motherfucking deal? The bell has rung. I love Miss Bell in the building. Let's see. Benno. What's good, baby? What's the motherfucking deal? Oh. Yes. I mean, are we ever doubting the Cougars? Well, in recent years at least, right? Yeah, horizontal. What I did is I just cut out because it's I gotta figure this thing out. So if you're on the gram, my apologies because if I'm kind of ignoring you because I'm still trying to tweak that whole thing and get that chat correct because I don't even know if it's on or showing right now. And yeah, I don't even have the gramming right now. So my apologies if you're on there. Let me try to get that chat activated, and so if I can see if anybody comes in on that. The lovely Miss Holly, good to see you. It's been a while. I hope that everything is all right. I'm signing in over here again. So if you're on the gram, give me just a moment. I'm gonna try to make sure I got you guys integrated here. I don't want to create a fucking ad. I don't want to do that. And I think I got to get the right chat for this one. What is it? Do that. Do that. But so tonight we're going to be talking about crotch watch. Again, if I miss any dishes, give me just a second so I can make sure I get back to the chat. I want to make sure these things are right. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. This is the Den. Make sure you're following on all the proper. So I don't even know what social medias I have, so I'm not even going to tell y'all to do that right now. I know I have Ed Honcho and Den Show Live on the Instagram. There is no Facebook activity going on, right? Facebook is full of crotch watching. That's where the original crotch watching started. Um, so I'm not on the not on the book. If you're looking for me on the book, but I do have Messenger, right? So if you want to hit me on Messenger, yeah, I do still have the Messenger. I don't have. What is this? What is this layout? Um, what is this? All right, my bad, Joe. My bad. I promise on you. They're just trying to start me over. Like what the I don't like this Instagram shit going through the computer. It's really weird, right? It's really weird. It makes me reset a bunch of shit. So I don't know if you're watching on the gram or anything at all. We'll try to get it going, but this is this is wild. Let me see if I go back in this way. Anyway, let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Do. I'm glad you like the shirt. The shirt likes you. I don't if that makes any sense. It's an evil possessed shirt. Um, this was actually my sailing shirt when I was when I was boss hogging the lakes in Austin. You know, this is the shirt I was wearing. Let them know, hey, I'm official. I'm an official sailor man. It was actually pretty cool, but that's a whole different thing. Okay, so it's showing that. It's not showing the gram though. Give me un segundo, por favor. If you're watching on the gram, I don't know. I don't even know if it's showing through, so I don't even know if you are watching or not, right? So there's that. Um, would you say I never explained? Yet another thing I never explained. What do you mean? I don't explain anything. Uh, Broderick's here. Show's over, everybody. So the Negroes have arrived. So more than three, I will not be. Miss Bella's hung around enough black people for her to qualify as black. I'm here, and then Broderick. So it's probably time to end the show right now. But no, let's talk about crotch watching, man. And you're like, what the fuck is a crotch watch? Are you talking about like voyeurs? Are you talking about people that go out in public and uh, exhibitionism and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? So, oh, I sent you a message about that. I sent you a message. Check your gram. I literally told you on the gram. Um, so therefore, ergo, pray tell. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, crotch watchers. I'm not talking about gray sweatpants season and you perverted ladies out there. You disgusting, and you make me sick. And I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is people like let me word this properly. Like people who worship celebrity marriages or people who are concerned with who other people are with. Like to me, that is a weird thing. I said what's up to Benno. Everybody else is should not. I did say what's up, Benno. I know I did because I was trying to make something rhyme and I couldn't come up with anything catchy quick enough. So I just said what's the motherfucking deal. I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get something very crafty. Give me just a minute. But so it's a weird thing to me, and I think crotch watching has ruined modern relationships, right? Because one, we live in America where everybody thinks they're a fucking celebrity. Everybody just thinks they're famous, right? Everybody wants to be held in some high regard for existing. You know what I mean? Um, but I think there's particular groups, and I had a little poll thing going on, but I didn't set it up right, so we're just not going to do it. We'll try something else tomorrow. We'll talk cultural appropriation tomorrow or something like that. Oh no, I got a few topics I want to talk about. We might do the cultural appropriation thing tomorrow. But so people who are watching who other people are fucking with, who are people are dating and things like that. I don't understand. I don't understand. And I put it like that because that's really what it is, right? Like such and such is fucking so and so now. Like I especially hate it with like rappers and video vixen and celebrities. It's just it's all stupid, right? It's like, so did you have the second virgin birth? It's just like it's bothersome because that's basically what you're doing, right? You're concerned with where people are placing their genitals for the most part. Like, what else do you care about that people are dating for? Jabari, what's the motherfucking deal? Mustard, no mayo. Hey, hey, hey. Um, I haven't eaten. Well, I haven't eaten enough, so y'all pay me no mind. Um, I have some pad thai here. Pad thai is bad thai. And what are these things? Goyozas, fucking dumplings. But it's a weird thing to me. Like, it's something I genuinely don't care about. Yeah, keep it up with the Kardashian. And if you try to keep up with the Kardashian shit, you fuck out of luck. They fucking somebody new every 47 hours. But it's just like, why? Why do you care? What does it have to do? How does it benefit your life? But what you have, let me cut this little thing off. What you have though is people who, you know, study the existence of these people. Because it was like a clip, and this is what made me think about it. It was like a weird clip came across my feed. What I call like old people, my feed, my timeline. Um, you see what's going on in that old timeline? And it was just like somebody, and it was a dude, right? And that's when it gets really bothersome. And he wasn't particularly effeminate because generally it's the effeminate ones, and that's we're gonna get into a mix here. We're gonna get into a bunch of things, but it's generally the effeminate ones who are always concerned with who's sticking their willy where, right? But now it's become so much part of the culture, like the regular guys are talking about shit like this, and I don't understand. It bothers me. Like I don't give a fuck. Who's celebrity? When it was people alleging that who was it when if you're a Texans fan was it Stroud? gave the little goofy broad a ride home. Now they swear up and down. They fucking like, that's how desperate it gets. Right. And I kind of talked about something a long time ago, a friend of mine who went viral for allegedly being Cam Newton's girlfriend, which is kind of weird. But she had no idea who he even was. They just happened to be staying in the same hotel at the same time, right? And she took some pictures with him. And then it was all over. I don't even know if that website still exists. MTO. I can't remember what it stands for, but that MTO website. And it was all over. Cam Newton's got him a snow bunny. Look at it. And she's Hispanic, like completely Hispanic. That's the crazy part about it. Like not Caucasian at all. And so this is the rumors and the things that get spread and just get put out there. Like it's a wild deal. And that's why I don't believe too much anything that I see on the media or the entertainment. We have conversations about it and the possibilities of it being true and the likelihoods of things making sense or not. But generally, I don't believe anything that the media puts out, right? It's just a distraction. It's something to keep us conflicted. But of all the distractions, like I'd rather be distracted by UFOs. I'd rather be distracted by Bigfoot, or some foreign sea kraken coming out of the fucking ocean to eat us all than people's relationships. Like everybody dates, everybody's fucking, everybody's like, these are the most basic things, right? And I don't understand why people are so enamored with crotch watching. Like, I don't understand why people are so enamored with celebrities. Like, they're people who do things. It's not even really the people half the time that you like. It's just the entertainment they produce. You know what I mean? That's more so what it is. If they didn't, like, I could care less what someone is doing off of the football field. I barely care what they're doing on the football field these days because the game has gotten so watered down and soft. It pisses me the fuck off. I mean, if at this point, if you can't tell if half this shit is rigged, then I don't know what to tell you. And I'm not even saying that the NFL itself is doing. I'm talking about like referees gambling on the shit. So it's, for me, it's not an interesting topic, right? And my folks especially, or not, I don't even call them my folks, the Negroes especially. We take like unpopular people and crotch watch. Like, there's a thing in the Negro community on this internet, right? Outside of, I wouldn't even blame Black Twitter for it. And I don't know if this goes on in other groups. I don't know if Hispanic Twitter or the Hispanic side of the internet or the white internet. I don't see it, right? Maybe because I'm not on enough. Maybe I can't translate well enough for Hispanic Twitter to find out. They do have some ratchets, but like what I've come to realize, the Black internet will take a special needs person and make them unnecessarily famous, right? Like unnecessary. Like y'all remember Weldon? Got him. Remember he was super famous? For what? For being funny looking and special needs. And I'm not saying that to talk down on him or to do anything like that, but there you go. I thought it was DJ Jones. Not ringing a bell. Oh, well, speaking of Daniels, I can't even think of the motherfucker's name. Was Jaden, right? He was talking to that Juju chick, I guess, at a USC game or something. And it became this huge deal. They're over there just chatting it up. And then his mom wife comes over there and sits in between them like, this nigga's grown. Okay? And that may be another conversation for another day. But, oh, you talking about old buddy? Yeah. Well, but he's black, so he still made it. But I'm not going to call him special needs. He had fucking brain cancer. Right? So he seems to be relatively, to have gone through all that, seem to be relatively coherent. Like, I'm not going to call him special needs, but he gets special attention at this point. But I mean, like, again, people who are not there, who's the guy, the crooked tranny guy that everybody, Shamar. Kanye is a national treasure, and don't you say otherwise. People, certain groups of me, I would love to get that. I'm not a chain guy. I'm not a piece and chain wearer. I'm not the chain and the charm type of person, for whatever reasons. But I do like Kanye's new Ice. If you haven't seen it, then maybe you should check it out. But yeah, it's the Shamar guy. He's like a crooked back guy. He's got like I don't know if he's got what is scoliosis or something. Let me get my posture right. I'm talking shit. Fix my shirt. My shirt's crooked. I'm just as bad. And I took out another fucking dumpling. I have a dumpling sitting on this little fucking thing right here. But you know, somebody will say, Honcho, you're eating on stream. That's not. I'm not a fucking professional. If you don't know that by now, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. We're just friends. We're all friends in the den. Remember when that was a thing? And then that imploded horribly? That was probably the least true statement of everything being made in the fucking den. All right, cool. Of everything in the den. But yeah, the Shamar guy. This dude makes music. Apparently, he's out being really gay, being dangerously gay, and people care about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? People are concerned about this stuff, and I wouldn't know about this stuff if I didn't talk to other black people. And yeah, like I'm like, why is he famous? Why is he famous? Like, you would probably throw pieces of candy at this kid if you used to go to school with him or something. He was like one of the kids that would be in high school in that one class all day, and there was like 4 people in the class, and one of the people was the teacher. You know what I mean? Like one of those kids. And I'm not saying it to be funny or anything. This is true. Like, why do they become famous? And then why do you care who they're finagling with? Like I don't know. Like, what absence of interest in your life? Like, I wouldn't even call him a nerd. He's not a nerd. To me, to be a nerd, you have to have a moderate level of intellect, but maybe kind of be interested in some stuff that is not maybe necessarily trendy. But what's super funny is the shit that the nerds are always interested in, it becomes super trendy later on, right? Like when the slow people catch up. Like, I remember when the internet wasn't cool at first. You niggas on the internet, what the hell, what you doing on the internet? Now everybody's fucking internet dating. Like, that's the only thing they know how to do. Like, niggas used to be on the internet making websites on, what is it, MIRC chats and, you know, doing all kind of off-the-wall shit. You fucking nerd, what are you doing on the internet? It's so lame. And then once they start making a couple little black sites and social media, everybody's on the internet, and now here we are. So it's a part of the culture. Like, it's a necessary thing, right? So the nerds really set the trends, right? Even Kanye. Kanye used to be a really nerdy looking guy, right? Wearing the sweater collar things, and nobody was doing that. That shit ain't gangster, nigga. We ain't doing that shit, nigga. That shit ain't gangster, nigga. And then everybody would basically change clothes and go. And everybody started changing their clothes. Start dressing with. I never rocked that trend. That was the dumbest fucking trend to me. Like, it like jeans and dress shoes. That's fucking horrible. Like, I hate jeans and dress shoes, and I hate the opposite. I hate slacks with tennis shoes. Right? And I'm not like a super fashionable person. Like, I'm not big on fashion. It's just certain shit though that just looks terrible. Like, I hate to see analysts and shit like that. Like, I automatically assume that when somebody wears slacks with tennis shoes, they got diabetes of the feet. Like, that's just where my mind immediately goes, right? I need to wear some comfortable shoes because I got diabetes of the feet. I might be right, I might be wrong. Anyway, getting back to it. Speaking of analysts and big scandals, what was it, Joy and Stephen A. tricking off, or who was it, no, Skip tricking off on one of Molly, whatever, who, they're all the same. I don't know who's who, honestly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm always going to mix up names and shit because I really genuinely don't care. Like, I care more about the people in the den. I care more about regular ass people than I give a fuck about any fucking celebrity. Right? Like, they just don't mean anything. Whitlock's beefing with somebody. I used to like Whitlock. Whitlock's one of those guys. Like, he has good point. Like, the ideas and the concepts and the things that he talks about are logical, right? They're factual. But then when you realize, like, he's on that type of time because he has to be, right? He has to be because it's just who he is. Like, it's not like you had an option to be cool and then you just kind of on the wrong side of stuff. You just a hater. But I like Whitlock for some of the things he's done. But for the I don't know. I don't even know who Jeremy Boring is. Sounds like a boring guy. But yeah, and that's my thing. It's like it's time that he's gonna be correct because his foundation of his arguments are solid. He just comes across as a guy you wouldn't want to hang out with outside of work. He's like the guy that invites you. Hey, you want to go out for drinks Friday? And you just never go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, Daily Wire, say less. Who's right over there, right? Why do we care who assassinated JFK, right? And now it doesn't matter, right? But 3,000 years ago, this website was promised to me. It's a wild deal, right? It's so funny how topics matter when it depends on who's involved with it. And Ben Shapiro's such a fucking peel. Like that's what I'm saying. Like guys like him, a lot of his arguments are valid arguments, right? A lot of his arguments are based in logic, but look at the person who's saying it's like, who gives a fuck about this guy? Like it's just certain things. Like if 90% of the population could probably kick your ass, and you really have no merit, right? Like it's just, and we're talking women too. Like who gives a fuck about what you're talking about? You could be completely right, but you just don't have that. I won't call it social credit, but it's just if you're just unlikable as a human being, nobody cares what your ideas are. Nobody cares about what you're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Whitlock did play ball, right? And I know a few people who played ball. He's played ball with. Playing ball doesn't make you cool. Oh, he played at a major? I thought he went to a JUCO. I thought he went to a JUCO, but maybe he did. I'm gonna be honest. This pad tie does not look good. This is a very sad tie. It's making me mad tie. This could be some bad tie. Maybe next time I wear a button-down shirt, I'll wear a plaid tie. And I can't talk too much shit because I'm corny as shit. Like I have no problem admitting I like corny shit. I love fucking dad jokes. I love cornball culture, right? But there's a time and a place for it. There's like a level that you entertain it, and then there's a point where you gotta stop that shit, right? When it's in you, not on you, you gotta be more concerned about it. But getting back to it. So what is the benefit of crotch watching? No, I'm not talking about physically crotch watching. I'm not talking about, when you get off the den and you go find your favorite triple X site because you got to lay it down for the night, and you're like, oh, that Honcho sure talked up a storm, but it's bedtime now. I'm not talking about that kind of crotch watching, right? I'm talking about people who watch and who pride themselves on who other people are dating, who other people involved with, and it's gotten so bad that it used to be like celebrities, right? It used to be celebrities, and maybe athletes and shit like that, which is weird. I think it started out as celebrities first, like actors and actresses. Then I think it carried over as the athletes start making more money. It gets to the point, it's people who the more money people are making, the more concerned people are over where their genitals are going. That's kind of what it is. That's or that's what just the assumption I just made, right? Let me put it like this, because it's like, why does it matter? Because even back in the day, when athletes weren't making a shit ton of money, like yeah, you cared. Wilt, he was banging all the bitches. He said 10,000 or something like that. It's feasible. But now, like I said, if somebody breathes in the direction of another motherfucker, and it's like, I really think we're gonna do something different, right? Because I had 4 choices on the poll that I was gonna put up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do 0, 1, 2, 3. And you always ask why did I start with 0? Because 0 is the first fucking number, not number 1. Was that crotch watching, or was that just concern for our loved Miss Grace, making sure that we didn't have to take a ride to Atlanta and go to the trap? Old fucking nickel. But nah, like seriously, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 0, straight men. 1, straight women. 2 will be the more effeminate. We'll put the effeminate men and gay in the same category. Just because the man's effeminate doesn't necessarily mean it's a likelihood. A likelihood. Uh, and then number three will be bulldaggers, right? Who does the most cross watching? Like, who is the most concerned? I think it's a tie, personally, between two of them. But like I said, other groups are coming into the crotch watching. Ms. Bell says men, straight men, do the most crotch watching. Interesting. So this is what I'm saying. Who does the most crotch? Is it because it's a shift, right? So what I'm saying is, let me bring it back. I guess I would type it in, but you can't see the thing because usually, yes or no question. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 for straight men, 1 for straight women, 2 for gay men, and then 3 for lesbians, bulldaggers, right? Like, who created this crotch watching culture, right? Because I mean, it started off on back in the day. I think it started off when what was it? What was the lifestyles of the rich and famous, right? Or shows like I'm not gonna say Flavor of Love. Flavor of Love didn't start that trend, but it kept it going, right? But I mean, people cared before then. People cared before then, right? But who pushed this thing to the forefront? Like, people wake up, and I think it got worse with social media because you get to see more into people's lives, and these celebrities put more of their lives out there for people to judge, and they get mad when people judge them. No, that's not crotch watching. That's sword fighting, Heidi. Sauce over here. Yeah, no, if it would have been back in the day, I don't look. It's an upgrade, in my opinion, and there's going to be some women who highly do think Jennifer Aniston's an upgrade over Michelle Obama. How dare you? It's a fucking upgrade. It's a lane change, but it's an upgrade. Um, but I think it's I think it's just a beard for Obama, right? I think it's one of those situations. I think old Bathhouse Barry's got some other stuff going on. Um, you know, does a woman have to be Greek? And I get the joke. I get the joke. But is that really even a Greek thing anymore? Because again, we ventured into certain things the other day, but women are terrible people, right? And again, so I'm not even going to go down that alley, if you will. Pardon me. I know it's rude, but I'm fucking hungry, and the more I wait, the colder the shit gets, and it's not as good. Um, hey, back in the day, we weren't allowed to go through the front door entrance. Color folks had to come through the back door. Heyo. Anyway, but again, crotch watching, and some people are concerned with the crotch watching of the exit, not entrances, right? Because it's not just that's what it's gone through. It's gone from male and female dating to, is this person probably in this lane or that lane? Is this person doing this, that, and the third? Like, we have all kind of weird concerns and interests. Like, or not we, but most people. And I'm still trying to figure, like, what is the merit? Like, what do you think people get from this? What benefit is there to knowing what somebody else is fucking, who else somebody is fucking? Now, I personally believe it is number two, and I would agree, Ms. Bell. I think it's one and two. They might be neck and neck, right? You had housewives at home, not doing much, not hating their life, or not happy and thinking that their man should be doing more because every woman feels like she deserves the best man in the world, right? Like the number one guy. I don't know who that would be. Is it still George Clooney? I don't know. But anyway, they feel like they deserve that. So they fantasize and they dream and they put themselves in the position of living this life. But what's happened is because people have made themselves so much more accessible, celebrities and all, right? That I think it's inflated the egos of a lot of women. Like, because now what's happening is they see that these celebrities are doing this and they want to be in that same realm, right? Well, so-and-so went to Barbados. I should get to go to Barbados and stay in a villa for fucking a week or so. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you barely graduated high school. Like, what makes you feel like you should deserve that? You've been working at, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just making jokes, okay? You've been working at the dollar store your entire life. And I appreciate people who work at the dollar store. I went to the dollar store the other day. If nobody worked there, then I wouldn't have been able to make a purchase. But I mean, like, do you really feel like you're on the level of, an award-winning actress, right? Or some sort of, person who's done exceptional. And that's what people don't get. People don't understand how the compound effect works. And that's people's problem, You can do a thing that impacts one-to-one, your family, I agree, trying to keep it to me, because then it's not just this person. Well, this person did this, and this person did that, and this person did this, and this person did that, and they want to have it all, right? Oh, Brandon Anderson, how you doing this evening, sir? Good to see you. I definitely put a large chunk of that because that is, unfortunately, on a grand scale, the least qualified, most entitled group in America today. Soon, and let me jot this down because I've been just jotting down more ideas and topics. Like I've been activating the notebook again. We're gonna have a conversation really, really soon because it needs to be had. The more she talks, because if you guys don't see the agenda, and I don't know if it's gonna be, I don't know who the Republicans will be pushing next election. Right, we're thinking way ahead. This is like, it's like. As soon as football season's over, motherfuckers start talking about the draft and start talking about like motherfuckers do that in the middle of the fucking season. That's so weird to me. Like, can we finish the season? Can we make it to the playoffs first before we start talking about the draft? But anyway, when you start looking at next election, if you don't see it and you don't believe it, if you don't see it right now, and this is true because that is the culture shift. If y'all don't see it right now, Ashley J, what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the den. If y'all don't see it right now, Jasmine Crockett is who they will be pushing. Unless she just does something to really derail it. That's who they will be pushing. Excuse me. Piece of noodle got me. That's who they'll be pushing to run for president. Right? And you got to see it because they're featuring her on a lot more stuff. They're highlighting her. She's talking raucous, talking crazy, and just talking off the wall. And you can say what you want to say about Trump, right? Is he presidential? Right? Yeah, if you don't go to jail. Is he presidential? No, he's a businessman, right? That's the culture he was raised in. That's the culture he didn't go serve as a senator. He didn't go serve, in any political position before running for president. So I don't expect him to be politically tact, right? But that's what the people wanted. What they're doing now is they're pushing the same culture, but this is a person who's been an elected official. But the crazy thing about it is that she was raised in an affluent environment. But what they're getting her to do to play this role is to act ghetto. It's not a couple, but the shame about it is that we eat that shit up. Well, not we. Certain groups of us eat that shit up and thinking that's strong, independent, it's this, that, and the third. But again, I don't know who's watching her crotch. I don't know who's watching her crotch, but I have a good idea if there's any crotch watching to be done because there's a trend. There's a trend, especially with the liberal BWs on the Democratic side. When do you ever see them with black men? They talk the ghetto, they talk the culture, they do all that stuff, but yet they never, ever, ever are with a black man, or at least none of them that are getting promoted or pushed to the forefront. Who was it? The judge? Nope. Kamala? Nope. Um, wasn't one of the. If I wasn't tripping, wasn't no, she was like dating her brother or some weird shit. But even when it the Ilhan when she with a white dude or something. Um, who else? It's another. They're never ever ever. So it's like that has to be concerning, right? It has to be like, hey, why is that? Why is that? Jasmine Cricket, hold up, baby. Out of pocket Crockett. Hey, I like that. I like that. Out of pocket Crockett. I'm gonna steal that from you. But yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation about it because I mean it goes deeper. Like I say, these are the psyops. These are the concerns, but people don't want to look at that. People just want the symbolism that gets you no success, the symbolism that doesn't give you any benefit, that doesn't push your agenda forward at all. You know, and it's sad really because these ideas are pushed forward to keep certain groups down because there's a low bar, right? There's a low bar of access, and people accept that. That's as good as you can get. But again, like I say, she's coming up through the political arena and she's being just as ratchet, being just as out of pocket as people were saying Trump was. She's saying the craziest shit, just off the wall shit. And my biggest beef, my biggest beef with out of pocket Crockett is you making a lot of money. Get them fucking wigs fixed. Like, god damn, this how you know. This how you know she ain't going around niggas for real. Cause who is her fucking stylist? Like how you're like if you was really from the hood, you know a bitch who like we was talking about barbers who who cut up out there. You know a bitch named LaQuanda, right? She got an apartment on house, so she don't want no real job. But this bitch throw down. She make quick weaves herself, right? She'll make you a wig out of motherfucking wave cap. You know what I'm saying? Give her 30 minutes, she got you. She always has a terrible wig. The wig's always on TV peeling. Like, you don't know a real black stylist to help you with this problem that you have going on. I mean, at the very least, like it's terrible. That's what kills me. It's like it's terrible. You making millions of dollars and you can't come on now. Anyway, so getting back to crotch watching, what is the benefit of crotch watching? Who benefits from this? It's not the common man. Actually, the common man, the common male suffers when it comes to crotch watching, honestly. Because what happens is, again, we talk about women, we talk about the more limperistic people of the culture. They fantasize, admire. You still don't know what it is, what crotch watching is? Basically, yes. I'm saying crotch watching, but I'm saying basically who people are fucking. Like, why do people care so much about who other people are fucking? TD, what's the motherfucking deal? That's why I say crotch watching. Dating, because the term dating isn't even the same anymore, right? The term dating is not even what it used to be. Dating used to actually mean going out on dates, but famous, yeah. Or hood famous, I guess. No, we don't. Nobody cares what. Nobody cares what Simpin Can's doing. No, Simpin Can's a pimp now. But anyway, so all I'm saying is that now it's elevated to a situation where what that does is now again, like I said, because everybody has access, everybody thinks they're famous on the internet, everybody wants to be a celebrity, everybody goes to these clubs where the celebrities at. When the turkey leg hut was a thing, you saw the bitches used to come in there and they draws trying to go to turkey leg hut, trying to meet that. What is that place? There is that place that they do that, and the people they go there to meet. What's the name of that gym? There's a gym like it's super expensive, and the bitches go there to try to meet celebrities and shit because they try to exclude themselves from the rest of the population, which is smart. It is smart because again, you can't give common people access to exclusive things because it gets worn down. Like think about all the places that used to be considered high class and fancy. Then people just start going there and taking fucking pictures. No, man, hey, look, hear me out. One, TD, does the sound better this evening? Can y'all hear the sound in both ears? Because it was one-sided, I know yesterday. Can y'all hear the sound in both ears this evening? Like I say, I got a new toy, whatever you want to call it. I I've been having fun with it, and I'm just kind of learning the shit. Tomorrow is I'm gonna be honest. It's probably gonna be a record. The first sauce I do again is probably gonna be a record. And I already have the idea. I'm just trying to tweak to a little catch with it. I know what I'm gonna do. I already know what the topic's gonna be. I already know kind of what it is. But just because to get that, because lives don't get the push initially, so you got to drop recorded videos on YouTube to kind of get that push. I'm gonna start doing some recordings for the den too. But that's what I'm saying. So I had to get rid of things. That shit just kept glitching. It was glitching last night. We was in the Discord. It kept glitching out, and so now that the sound is fixed, and I feel much more comfortable with it, it's gonna be we're gonna rock and roll from here on out. Don't worry, I got you. I got you for real. But again, my thing is that once you start letting people you take exclusive things and start making it accessible to everybody, it loses value, right? What was the shit that everybody was doing? Have I recorded 25 minutes? Oh, multiple times. You realize how long I've been doing it? It was probably a time, I want to say it was a time might have been either me and Wink was doing one or something. And I was like, the whole time we talked, had a great conversation, cracking up, Joe, all kind of good shit. And then, hey, we're not even live at all. Yeah, like it's happened multiple fucking times. That's what I'm saying. So I'm working on every day just doing one thing. And that way I can kind of troubleshoot. I can kind of check things. Okay, this was my fault. I need to fix this. Okay, I forgot this. Okay, this is an equipment issue, or this is a software issue. This is an incompatibility issue. So it's going to get to the point where I'm actually going to do, and you can't redo it, right? Because it's not natural. So you talk all that time. You talk for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. Delta Echo Golf, I'm always going to eat, right? Look, I got to leave a little bit of niggerish in the goddamn stream, okay? Like I will be 91.5% professional, right? Because again, especially with me, like I don't like repeating ideas that I've just talked to people about off the stream or off, just random people I've talked. I don't like getting on stream and repeating things I've said like that because it doesn't feel genuine to me. That's why I'm always on a level of freestyling, I would like to call it. Because I need that natural feel. I don't, I may have a question or two that I may think of. And a lot of times, even with the sauce, the questions are just kind of off the top of my head. But that you can kind of tell if you're looking at me, watching my expressions. But anyway, because I like that natural conversation. That's what I like about the den. That's what I like about it. It's more of a natural, it's not like hey, let's talk about this thing. How does it make you? But we didn't talk about it for like 20 minutes beforehand. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say like that's what certain other people do, and it works for them, right? Because they gotta figure it out. It's got to be natural. Like to me, it doesn't feel right if it ain't natural, and I think people can tell the difference, right? Like I'm not a radio personality. I'm not a production personality. I'm just a nigga with a microphone, and all niggas don't need microphone. But I think I do a decent job with it. But yeah. So giving exclusive stuff like what was it like Steak 48 or all these nice places. I've still this is a couple places I need to try. I need to try Brenner's on the Bayou. Was it Brenner's? It's another place that somebody was telling me was real good. I want to go try. It's a creep. I don't know if it's not like was it Tejas de Brazil? Like I don't want to go there because I heard too many black folks talk about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I wanna feel like this is a real thing. Like I look at it like when I'm chatting to y'all and when I'm talking to y'all and we're having a conversation, I imagine this like I'm talking with my friends. We just sitting in a room, just having a conversation, right? That's how I look at it. That's how I play it. Like I don't want to overthink. Let me make sure I say this. Let me make sure I say this. Maybe make sure. And then when the fuck ups happen, it's like, well, players fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like it works. You know what I'm saying? 77 WABC. I was gonna say something, but see, that's why I can't get on the radio because again, I would forget that I'm on the radio, and then I'm gonna say things that are gonna get me removed from the radio. International Players Anthem, president of the 50, well, governor of the 51st. But yeah, man, and so it gets worn out. Like then you see these places, like I said, they start having to put you got to come here and actually spend money to come into the restaurant, right? You have to. What kind of people is he calling gorillas? He may or may not be wrong about that. And if I was to ever do a radio show, honestly, I'd probably want to do a late night show because I think you can get away with a little bit more shit and innuendo late nights because maybe not as many people are listening. The people who are listening are either of the same ilk and mindset, or they're at work working late and fucking they don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they did. Like, what was it? Steak 48. They start like because people go in there and order an appetizer and take pictures of the food and go in the bathroom and take pictures and do all that shit just and then to put it on the internet, right? Again, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody thinks they're fake celebrities and people want to be crotch watched these days. People want to be crotch watched. But what I was saying about how, black folks make special needs people famous, right? I talked about Welvin, the Shamar guy. It's a couple of other ones, right? It's a couple of other ones. But the Hispanics, I have noticed, y'all done made a couple of creatures a little famous. The dude who looks like the clothes designer off of The Incredibles, and he fucking irks my nerve, but he's so fucking funny looking. His clothes don't fucking fit, and he always does it. He has that crazy laugh, and he's like, "She don't want no puppy, she want a big dog," and he's like a tiny, little bitty motherfucker, and it's him and these two other little weirdos, and they go all kind of places talking about, "We'll take your bitch, we'll do it." But they know, but it's funny because they know that they're funny looking. You know what I'm saying? Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you, Ms. Bell. Thank you for being on top of that. DJ C, no, it's a little. I can't even remember his name. He wears the glasses. Usually he's got a black shirt. He got an Edgar haircut, but he looks like the chick from The Incredible, who Edna. I think that's her name, Edna from The Incredibles. Was that from The Incredibles? But like he looks like her, and they always put the little gifts in there. And then the other two little dudes, they look like that other character from I don't know if it was from The Incredibles or was it from Megamind or whatever. Anyway, they make him famous, and then there's a super ratchet chick that they made famous. Well, no, it makes sense now. I understand. I understand it now. Have y'all ever heard of the Ashley Trevino chick on TikTok? It's madness. Her whole life is just fucking madness, right? It's like the most ratchet woman She's like old, taking her kids to strangers' houses, recording and filming all up in the club, like meeting people off of TikTok and going and staying with them, and just like it's like the wild aunt that everybody generally has. Like everybody else is pretty on par. You just got this one wild aunt that because she's just kind of she's just a little thrown off. She just partied a little too hard. Just kept the party going just a little too long, right? She makes friends with anybody. Probably drunk a lot. Probably done other little drugs and shit. But yeah, that's her. And people love to watch this train wreck. But what it is that people like to make, and that's why I think the special needs thing. But again, we talk about the black community. We talk about the bar being set low. People like to see people that they feel like they're better than, right? So that way they can have someone to talk about, right? And there's a lot of, we can talk about comprehension issues and other things. We're not going to get into that. But like Welvin, of course you're going to feel like you better. He's like a goofball. And I think somebody ran up on him the other day, and he's not, nowhere near as famous as he was. It's just a quick wave. Who else? It was another Ice JJ Fish, right? He was famous for a little while. I don't know if he was special needs or slow or anything. He just would sing terrible songs, right? But people would make this shit go viral. People would. Who was it was another nigga, because I think he met up with Welvin one time. It was another, or the nigga with no neck. He's still relatively famous right now. The nigga with no neck. They put him on all the shows. Like they look to find people that they feel like they're better than, and they make these people famous for whatever reason. I'm not talking about Shamar. I'm talking about another nigga, like a fat nigga with no neck. But again, they idolize the celebrities who don't give a fuck about them, and they like to feel like they're better than the special needs people. Is that his name? Nick? What's the motherfucking deal? Big, is that his name? I don't know his name. I just know he got like a little neck and he got a big eye and he be looking crazy. I think they put him on one of them pop the balloon shows or something like that. But we'll make anybody famous, right? They was hating on my boy. That's his name, Big Ed. That makes me feel special. That makes me feel very special. Um, but yeah, like I said, we'll make anybody fucking famous. But getting back to the crotch watching. Like I said, it used to be a high level thing. I think there were plenty of crotch watchers with the whole Princess Diana thing. There used to be a lot of motherfuckers who were obsessed with Diana and her whole lifestyle. I don't know if it's because she was a princess. Um, I don't know if it was for, just because, royalty. Like, and she was an attractive woman. You know what I'm saying? She was an attractive woman. No, I wouldn't say that. I'm the one Heidi let in the house, and that's why she's here every night. But anyway, so there's that, right? But again, it's just like it's a wild deal. Like I don't understand it. Like I don't know. Maybe I don't see the value in these people because a lot of people will say, "Oh, you celebrity, you changed my life." Like this motherfucker doesn't know you. This motherfucker never interacted with you. It, and the arrogance of people. I think the internet again. This is what the internet has really fucked it up, right? Right? You'd give me diabetes. I knew it. You'd probably have me on the fucking stage wearing fucking slacks and tennis shoes, Heidi. I know what kind of motherfucker you are. But have y'all seen like the number of women who've come out, and I don't even know who's playing the fucking role, but there's been a bunch of women coming out saying that whoever's playing the new Snow White isn't beautiful enough. I'm learning English. I'm still learning. Isn't pretty enough, right? Is not pretty enough to play Snow White. And it's the noose. No. I'm surprised they didn't replace Snow White with a black woman. Because they've replaced everything else. Like, and don't get me wrong. Like I say a lot of this shit, the new Snow White, I might have drug it in. It could have been a little bit of that. But I'm surprised, like, because you know how Netflix does that with everything. And I told you I had a homeboy. And shit. What we're gonna do, I need to buy it. My homeboy just actually we watched the one he put on Tubi, on Tubi Tuesday. But he has a new movie that he put on that he has on Amazon that you can rent it or you can buy it. I'll put it in the Discord, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. And maybe we can do a group watch or something like that. Rachel's I don't know. Who the fuck is Renee Zellweger? But and it's women who are not attractive at all making these videos, making statements about she's not pretty enough. But yet, the funny thing is when you ask a woman, it's usually when a man asks a woman for what's beautiful, what's not. All women are beautiful. Oh, no. Well, then I might agree with that statement then, Heidi. Hairy cat with a small hat. But it's just it's crazy, right? Like the double standards and the judgment. But again, why can't you just go to the movie, watch the movie? People have to go do background checks on everybody who's in there. Like, I wouldn't care. Like, that's what I say. Do you know how long it took me? What was the movie? And it was a good movie. Before I knew that Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, who's the other one that looks like him? Not Mark Wahlberg. I knew Mark Wahlberg was different. It's Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's another one that looks kind of along that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, the movie, God, it was a good movie. Damn it. What is the name of the movie? The something, I feel like it starts with an R. It was a movie with all of them in it. It either started with an R or started with an I. It was a good fucking movie. It was like a little Italian mob movie or something, but kind of more modern. Was it The Departed? The Departed, yeah. That's what it was. Dirty Bass Strangler, what's the motherfucking deal? The Departed, yeah. It took me watching The Departed to know the difference between all of them. I watched like all the Jason Bournes and all this. I'm like, I don't know. Departed didn't have Matt Damon? Matt Damon was in The Departed. Was it? I think he was. I don't remember. Again, see that tells you right there. No, but Leo, it was another. It was Leo and somebody else in there. Leo was in there. See, yeah. See, yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. Okay, I didn't know I wasn't tripping. I could have possibly been tripping. Right. I know Jack. I thought I was going to say Jack Nix. I was like, I was sitting there debating, like, when I was talking, like, wasn't Jack in there? Here's Johnny. Um, so that's what I'm saying. Like, watching it took me watching that to realize that these were different people. Right? Like, I'm like, oh, that ain't Basketball Diaries? That's not him? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I knew he was different. Affleck. Affleck didn't fit, right? Affleck didn't fit. So Leo was undercover? Okay. I'm gonna have to go watch it. It was a good movie. Like it really was a good movie. They don't make decent movies anymore. Um, but yeah, so like I don't know shit about celebrities. I don't know anything unless they like do something off the wall. And then after they do something off the wall, they get exposed for it or it just becomes a funny ass thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't be knowing rappers. Like I don't be knowing niggas. Like, so it's not even a white thing. It's like all those white people, they all look alike to me. Gee willikers, I can't tell the difference. It's not even like that. It's just that I don't care enough, right? I don't care enough to be concerned. I'm more concerned with like the storyline. I'm not even paying attention to who's halfway playing the role. I'm like making sure the story makes sense. I'm not paying attention to the details of the face or anything. Like, okay, this story, it already fits. It fits. Then there's one little detail that throws off. This doesn't make any sense no more. I've lost complete interest in the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I operate. That's just kind of where I am with it. Um, and I had a point before I started talking about The Departed, but it doesn't matter. But like I said, it sets a weird standard with this whole crotch watching thing of Infernal Affairs, the Chinese film. Oh, okay, let me jot that down. Those Asian people make good movies. I just can't understand them, right? They make some very interesting. They make very good. They have very good story. Like Asian people have, they understand how to play up the moral dilemma, right? They understand how to make you test your conscience. It's it's interesting from whether it's be anime or whether it's what's the shit everybody was watching more recently, fucking Squid Games or there was another good one that came out, another Asian movie. The only thing about it is with Asian stuff, I have to watch subtitles. I have to watch subtitles because no, Minister of Society was that the what was them brother's name or oh, but it was I want to say it was a dude who did some damn Parasite. Okay, Parasite. Now Parasite was we're talking about the same Parasite, the one that was based off the anime, right? I didn't watch the live action. I actually went back and watched the anime. Not the I got Crunchyroll. I ain't even been using it. I need to get on my Crunchyroll. Um, Korean. That's what I. You know, the den always has subtle racist undertones, right? But it's not really racism. Is it racism if you're racist against everybody? Right? Then it's just kind of hate, right? Because I talk a lot of shit about black folks, and people are like, oh, what are you talking about? I talk, but people only pick up when I talk about their race, right? But I talk equally shit about everybody. Like everybody. Hispanics are my favorite people. I talk shit about Hispanic people. Asians, I think they're some of the most interesting people on the planet. There might be one or two groups that it might be real, but anyway. And so I mean, but everybody, I talk a lot of shit, but I really do, right? I get it that there are issues between communities and stuff, but I don't participate in that. I just like cracking jokes. I like finding awkward things and laughing at them, right? You have to laugh in this world to keep from crying. But I think Asians are great at everything but driving, right? I think, but it's hard for me to discern the difference. So I need help, right? I need help. And maybe you guys can tell, maybe you guys have spent more time around Asians. Maybe Chicago Mike will come back and call us all niggers and then, maybe he can help us again. I can't tell the difference. I don't know the difference. And I know that there are subtle features. And I know if you call the wrong one, that it will start an international scandal. Um, I know the Chinas and the Japans don't like each other, right? There's like some beef. I don't know if those tensions are starting to ease up a bit. I don't think so, but I know that they're different, right? I know the Koreans are the thick ones, right? The thick Asians are generally Korean. If it's a thick Asian woman, she's usually and Tenny told me that one. Like 9 times out of 10, um, if she's thick, she's probably Korean, right? And I had to do some research, and he was correct. So I can't tell you a difference between a Vietnamese, a Korean, a Japanese, Cambodian, Filipino. I can tell you a Filipino. Don't ask me how or why. I can probably discern a Filipino, right? Uh, Amongst all the rest of them, right? The others, yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. The others I cannot discern. I cannot tell. As much as I would like to be able to, because uh, I don't necessarily want to be rude. I also don't necessarily care about being rude. I don't necessarily, it's not like a priority of mine. Like, I just want to make sure I don't offend. I don't really care. But I would just like to be able to tell the difference for my own benefit, like not for my own safety or well-being. I just want to know, just in case, what if I ever like learn to speak and I started speaking? I actually did this, right? So, son of a bitch, right? So hear me out. Um, I was working. Well, my mom's husband, he passed away a couple of years ago. Right. She had got married, and then she had actually got married when I was on vacation a while back. If y'all remember that. I can't tell. I don't look, and that's the thing. I don't even care. I can't tell the difference between a Nigerian motherfucker from Ghana and none of it. I can't tell you a South African from the rest of it. Anyway, but anyway, my mom's husband. Right when I was on vacation, I remember when I had my little hiatus. That's when my mom got married. Right, somewhere during that time. I want to say it was 18. Anyway, what is this? 20. This is 2025. I want to say early 24. It might actually be coming up on about a year now. Might be coming up on about a year now. Maybe it could be 2 years. I might skip. Like, I'm horrible with time. I just live life. I just exist. So like for me to put timestamps on anything, it's very bad. Like I don't even remember my own birthday sometimes. Like I'll know it and then don't know it. But so I was working with him. We were we were doing some electrical work, right? At this house. And I give other immigrants, I give other groups their credit, right? It was a nice house, 2-story house. I want to say like 2-story, like 5 bedrooms, something like that. Um, there were about 15 to maybe 17 people living in this house, grown ass Asian people. And then they actually, one of them, the main, I guess, owner of the house actually owns a restaurant. There's a couple of locations in the Houston area, so I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant because the people, somebody will try to make it a thing, right? Anyway, there were people living in the foyer. There were people living in the living room. I mean, multiple beds set up, 3 or 4 beds in each bedroom. Like, but everybody worked, and I think everybody worked for the business of the guy, right? But anyway, or maybe some of them worked elsewhere. I don't know. So anyway, there was an electrical issue. They had to replace some breakers and do some other stuff. But so he told me, and I honestly don't think he knew. I think because he he wasn't like a super educated guy, but he was smart in his own right. Like he had a lot of life experience, and I commend him because he basically took care of himself from a fucking a kid, right? Dad abandoned him. I think his mom had passed early, something like that, and just basically had to take care of himself, right? And eventually, is it buffering still? I think what it is, I have the bit rate really low, and I could put it way more, but again, I need to take note of that to set that before the stream. 'Cause once the stream is going, I can't change it because I could do it. I could do it like way, way fucking higher. Um, but so like I was saying, it's a situation where he lived a fucking life. I mean, had great ups and downs, made a lot of money, waste a lot of money. You just different things. But we were in there, and again, I don't think he knew the difference. He told me that I want to say he told me that they were Japanese, or he told me that they were Chinese, or something like that. I think he told me they were Chinese, and so I was trying to communicate with them because they didn't speak English. So, well, let me show you how smart I am with this modern technology I got. Let me pull out this good old Google Translate. And so I asked the question that I needed to ask. I want to say it was Chinese, right? And I show him the question, or I translated or whatever. I don't know if I played the audio or what. And he looked at me with a little bit of rage in his eyes. The guy who was running the house, like he was not happy. He's like, I'm not Chinese, I'm Japanese, or something like that. And my mom's husband, he was a guy who liked to joke a lot. All the jokes weren't always fucking funny, right? They weren't always fucking funny. He thought they were hilarious. Sometimes they just weren't fucking funny. And he tried to make it seem like I was the one who messed up. I went by what you told me that these people were, right? Because I thought you'd interacted with these people before. And so he swore for the next couple of weeks. He just told her, let me tell you, he pulled out the thing and he showed him this, and this. It's like, you didn't know the difference. You gave me the wrong information and put me in a problematic situation. And then now you're trying to make it seem like I messed it up. You did that. This is not a joke. This was a setup, right? But anyway, that Asian guy was not happy at all that I tried to Google translate him the wrong language. So I found that to be rather amusing. Told a long ass story just to say that. But again, I can't tell the difference between the groups. I know there's some eye thing going on. I think some of them have eyelids and some of them don't. Some of them have some. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I think like Chinese maybe. I don't think it's a very pretty language. I think Japanese flows, or Mandarin, what is it like? Is it Chinese Mandarin, whatever they call it, whatever their little uniform language. I think Japanese flows better, but it's just like I don't understand how they read that shit. Like, there's too many signs, too many symbols. Like, do they even have an alphabet? No, it's just little drawings and shit. But I think that what is bad is what I'm saying is what I'm saying wrong? Is what I'm saying racist? Is it? I don't know. I'm see. Look, I'm giving y'all a insight into the mind of Honcho. I don't know. I really genuinely don't, and it's not that I don't want to say that I don't care to know, right? Because there's good people in every group, but it's like I think it would help to be able to figure out the little bit of differences. I just don't. So again, that's something maybe I need to work on personally. Anywho, they speak in Pictionary. Terrible. All right, getting back to it. And so like we're talking about crotch watching, is this a thing that happens in other cultures? Like, is it just an obsession? Whew. If I made her that way. But I had another joke that just probably it wasn't gonna. I was trying to time it right, but I couldn't word it right, so I went with that one. Anyway, But is this a thing in other cultures? Like, do others is this celebrity status? And we know who puts the celebrities in place. We know who elevates the worst of the worst, especially in certain cultures. Like, think about it. Think about it. Crotch watching. And crotch watching, yeah. Let's get a little bit more specific about the crotch watching because what I've been talking about, I'm opening up the line here in just a second. I'm opening up the line here in like 3 minutes because I've been talking crazy and I want to eat some of this food. Crotch watching. Oh my God. Okay. Stop playing with this thing. Crotch watching, the ultimate crotch watching is, think about it, celebrity boink boink tapes. I don't even know why I try to like avoid the YouTube terminal. I say all the shit. I know the shit. I ain't even monetized right now anyway, so it don't even matter what the fuck I say. But eventually, if I want to try again, they're gonna come back and scan them up. Oh my God, did you see what he said about the Asian people? This guy doesn't need it in there. I'd ban his channel. He's a misogynist. He's a racist. He's just an all around asshole. But why do people get so excited about celebrity sex tapes? They're usually terrible. They're terrible. Like, come on, let's be honest. What's the worst celebrity sex tape that you've seen? Because look, you've all watched them. The sheer curiosity gets the best of all of us because we wonder, do they do the things that we do? They absolutely do. But on the tapes you see, you don't see the real shit that they do. You just see their initiation tapes. Like the Kim Kardashian, it was terrible. It was fucking awful. Who had one? Black China. Black China might have been the worst I've ever seen. Like the one where she was licking on the nigga knee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's too much. And they TD, no. That shit was the fucking worst shit I've ever seen in my one. Not to body shame, but to body shame. Look, all that plastic. Look, if you get plastic surgery and your plastic surgery comes out bad, you deserve the right to be biased. Like if you go to an unaccredited doctor just to try to get some work done and that shit comes out terrible, you deserve to be made fun of, right? Oh my God, yeah, that shit was terrible. It was terrible. But then like, that's why I'm looking at you Caucasians, right? I love y'all. I fuck with y'all. Y'all are my people. I think I like Southern Caucasians more than some of the rest of them. Southern Caucasians are different than the other ones, right? Eve shit bad? It just wasn't. It was too short and it wasn't very active. You know what I'm saying? And the fact this is the thing, right? Exactly. They weren't even what's her name wasn't really that famous, but they became famous for terrible sex tapes. They became famous for shitty fucking like what are you doing? What is going on here? Like this shit is not what's happening at all. Like this is the worst shit I've ever seen. And this shit came out around the damn dial-up era. Y'all done wasted my bandwidth for this shit. Like I could understand if they had like some superhead levels. It don't even. I think superhead was overrated, right? I mean, niggas can argue with me to the death about this shit. Y'all can argue with me all you want. Superhead was really super hands. Okay, that's all that was. That was a glorified fucking hand job. All right, that's all the fuck she was doing. Like, don't get me wrong. If y'all call it head, whatever you want, whatever. She was just really handsy. Okay, that's all the fuck Superhead was really doing. But motherfuckers hyped that shit up. Right? Motherfuckers hyped it up like it was just the greatest. That's how I know. That's how I know a lot of people have had mundane mating moments. Right? We're not even gonna call it mating. New York got a sex tape? I ain't gonna lie. Like I used to think New York was ugly as shit when she looks better older to me. I used to hate that bitch when she was I used to hate her motherfucking ass when she was on like Flavor Love and all that. She still sucked. But I seen something with her and Omarosa was beefing. I ain't gonna lie. The shit she said was funny than a motherfucking. The shit was very funny. I'm gonna look that up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm writing it down in my notebook right now. New York sex tape. The, well, I need to see this to do study. But I think I seen Bucky's. Bucky was terrible too. Bucky was terrible. Excuse me. Bucky was terrible. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and them bitches came up off Flavor Flav, like Delicious and all that. See, this is the problem. Now that we're talking about it, reality TV increased the ratchetness in the black community. It really did. Like, think about it. You knew ratchet hoes, but they were few and far between, right? They existed, but it wasn't the primary culture. Like, bras still try to keep their little shit under wraps and you know all that. But now, because of reality TV and the internet, and that bitches get attention for this shit, now it seems like the shit that got escalated. Let me write this down here. It's like it's gotten escalated, it's gotten glorified. Like the Zeus TV shit, right? And then the Zeus is just a newer version. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest. If you watch Zeus TV on a regular, I don't know if I can fuck with you like that. Like, if you're literally like, it's like I don't even know how you access Zeus TV. I don't know if it's like a paid channel. I don't know if it's some other shit. I barely want fuck motherfuckers be watching BET like that. Like don't get me wrong, right? Because to me, it's not even about that it's black stuff. It's black trash shit, and I just don't promote the shit. Like, I have no interest. BET, Tubi makes better black movies than fucking BET. And Tubi is terrible, right? The Grinch that stole bitches. Like, come on. This is the shit that's going on. That's what's happening on Tubi. The acting on these BET shows are Tubi level. I seen some show that, and it actually has famous actors in it. I don't know who they are. I think the little red nigga, and it's a couple other ones, right? There's a couple of actual actors who actually been in Hollywood movies. And I can't remember the name of the show. But I'm watching this shit, and they're with a bunch of no-name people, and the acting is fucking terrible. It's like, as an actor, you're probably like a SAG member or something like that. You should be bringing up the level of your counterparts, but it's like the counterparts brought their fucking acting levels down. Like, it was terrible. Now, there's rumors about one of them actually having one. I remember, I can't remember, who was it? Who was the nigga from Houston that said that, but here's the thing. No, Tubi is not exploiting us. Tubi is not exploiting us at all. I think BET is, I think Zeus is. Tubi is giving opportunities. It's letting niggas make the movies that they want to make and giving them an opportunity to put those movies out. There's no rules to the Tubi movie. The movies that you see on Tubi are self-made from people. You can make, I'm gonna make a Tubi movie. You can make a movie and send it to Tubi and get it on there. I told you, my homeboy, my partner, he's got a movie on there that he made a while back. One of my good friends is one of the lead actors, and we watched it again about a year or so ago. But you can make a movie, and I think it only has to be like 45 minutes or more, and you can send it on Tubi, and you'll get paid, right? You'll get some type of payment arrangement for it. So what Tubi is doing, no, black women are making black women look bad. This is why I love Tubi. Because niggas can't say, you know what? Hold on. We're going to have a conversation about that too. These are great topics we're going to expand upon more. But niggas can't say that, oh, Hollywood just give us these roles because they want to exploit. Tubi will let you make whatever movie you want to make and put it on there. They're not going to hinder you. They're not going to stop you. They're not going to do anything. But if you go look at the movies that are all made, every bitch on there is a drug dealer. No, every bitch is a stripper. It's either about threesomes. It's either about backstabbing, conniving friends. Somebody's a drug kingpin. It's usually the women that turn out, they robbed the man and became queen pin. Or she was just a good woman and she met some man from the streets that turned her life around. And now she can't escape. And it'd be women that made it. If you look at them, most of these movies are directed by women. Especially ones that star women, stripper code, stripper this, something that, all this shit. It's all made. Majority of it's made by women, promoting bad behavior, and this is what women want. So black women can't say, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Shout out to me. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. So I can't. I'm not even mad at Tubi. I celebrate Tubi because I wish I was. I wish I was still smoking. Whenever I do start smoking again, it's never over. Next time I do smoke, I'm gonna like have a Tubi night. Like I'm gonna just. I'm gonna pull up all the worship, but I laugh at the shit. Not fucking smoking. It's just terrible. But yeah, it's all very bad shit, right? So it's what people it's what niggas want. Like it's what niggas want. Oh, them little fucking bad acting. Yeah, but those movies are better than most Tubi movies. Like, but those movies do they just draw out the drama though? They're like Dragon Ball Z with live action, just taking everything all the time. Um, I need to use that. It was another one I used that I used to use for that shenanigan. But yeah, and people watch it though. So if you build it, they will come. That was the premise of the original porn movie. Um, Cottonelle, like man, what was the? And they made that shit in Houston, man. Dog, that shit was super fucking funny because Trill left the movie we watched. We did a Tubi Tuesday. We should have did it yesterday. We did a Tubi Tuesday, and one of the girls' name, the girl, like one of the characters in the movie, I forgot what it was. Perk 30, I think. And it was about a family and they were selling drugs, and the sex scenes were just unnecessary, like most random shit. And the women be wanting, like the bitches be, look, because it every Tubi movie has some like off the wall. That's why I say, like, if y'all really know how these women want to be glorified, because think about it. I'm not even gonna go down that road. We'll talk about this more so later. But anyway, one of the characters, Secret Society, I may have seen that. I think I did. Is that where the chick did she have a therapist in that movie? Just yes or no. If she had a therapist in that movie, then I did see it. If not, I'm thinking about something else. Um, but all these movies, all the bitches getting fucked. Okay, I'm thinking about something else. All the bitches getting fucked. It's all a bunch of gang banging shit. It's every black stereotype that gets promoted and we say it's negative, but it's black people making this shit. It's mainly black people consuming this shit. I refuse to believe it's a bunch of it could be some wannabe hood adjacent white folks watching shit, but I refuse to believe that just white people sitting there watching these terrible Tubi movies, right? The white people are out there watching Meth Gator, like me. So anyway, Tubi is exposing us for what we really want. Like, there's no more Hollywood only wants us to play these roles. No, these are the roles that niggas want to play. This is the image that niggas want to put out there. This is the shit that we want. You know what I'm saying? And we have nobody to blame but ourselves because ultimately, there wouldn't be so many of these roles if we didn't take them, right? Because how would they get people to act? They'd have to put blackface. Then it'd be a whole other set of problems. Niggas want these roles. They want to be known as these things, right? And it is what it is. Everybody wants to make the hood move. Everybody wants to be a kingpin, drug king. Everybody want to be Ace Boogie. You know what I mean? It's what we choose. So yeah, but it's on us. It's on us. Like I said, we want that role. We have chosen to be in that, right? But the thing about it, getting back to crotch watching, nobody's crotch watching the Tubi movie, people. All right. I've talked for a very long time, and I've been saying for days that I'm gonna keep doing I'm gonna open up the line. Let's do it like this. 713-338-9389. Let me make sure I got the phone thing on. Bruh, oh, get the fuck out of here. Bruh Lee. The original crotch watcher himself. Bruh Lee. Don't start it, Miss Bell. You put us on Tubi. I found this elegant movie site where the most classiest Negro movies that I've ever seen were located. You guys should check out the Tubi. And this was like, what's Miss Bell talking about? It sounds interesting. And if we watch Tubi, and we ain't never been the same since. Watch the Tubi and ain't never looked back since. We ain't been able to. All right, let me see. I don't even know which one. Okay. All right. Oh, OnlyFans is a whole nother thing, right? OnlyFans, OnlyFans has been around for enough. I mean, look, look, okay. What you have to realize is what you have to realize is this: society. And y'all think I'm terrible for saying the shit I say, right? They'll say, Honcho, you're just a misogynist. You just hate women, blah, blah, blah. The more freedom we give women in their decisions, right? What happens? The more freedoms and the more options you give, they don't go out and become world-renowned astrophysicists. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They don't go out and become presidents, obviously. Or they don't work their way up the presidential chain like, well, they definitely work their way up the president, but not like traditionally. They don't go out and build international corporations. Women just make stuff for more women, for the most part. Think about it. Just tell me I'm wrong. The majority of women, and we can get racial with it. We can bust it down, right? Because women only make companies and products for women. And I'm not saying it's not lucrative. I'm not saying that it's not a great money making thing, because ultimately the game is to make money. But women don't make worldwide products for everybody. Women make products for women, right? Black women make products and content for black women. They're gonna sell you a black girl magic shirt. They're gonna sell you a fucking. Think about it, right? And like a lot of these black female comedians get upset. Well, why I'm not getting this audience? I'm like, because you make content, your comedy, your jokes are only for black women. It's not even for black men. It's not for black people. Black men make jokes. Generally, black comedians, black male comedians make jokes for black people. Black female comedians make jokes for black women, right? No, what I'm saying is now that you look, these women have more liberties. They have more ability than ever. Women only talk about fucking sex. That's all that they bring to the conversation. I hate to look. I'm not saying that, hey, it's not enjoyed. Not saying that, we don't enjoy y'all for it. But when a man says it, you're being objectified. But when a woman does it, it's liberating, right? Think about it. The majority of women, I think they said now it's 1 in 10 women, right? Right. Yeah. It's 1 in 10 women. I want to say it's like 1 in 10. It's either 1 in 10 or 1 in 7. I want to say 1 in 10 and not feel so bad, right? 1 in 10. And I blame sucker niggas though, because see, this is what's happening when you give too much access. We were talking about earlier about exclusivity. Exclusivity kept everything in order, right? You not being allowed into the VIP party, right? You not being allowed into the VIP clubs. You know what I'm saying? 1 in 10 women having OnlyFans. Not bad. Because what was it? It was something crazy, like a crazy number. My bad. My apologies. I know you're a stat sexual. That 1 in 10 women having OnlyFans, and it's not all young bitches. It's some old bitches. It's some super big bitches. It's some super anorexic. It's every variety, right? Baking your butthole. But again, what do you think? Where did the influx of OnlyFans come from? You think all these women are showing off their skills? Most modern women can't even cook, right? Have you seen some of these fucking videos that these broads be making? And it's terrible. I feel sorry for some of these dudes that be showing my girl made me this plate. Nigga, run. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, run. But again, and I'm not saying, hey, I'm not buying it, right? I'm not buying it. I'm not mad at you for it. I love the female body. It's a beautiful thing. But you can't expect me to exalt you for something that you didn't work for, something that you were just given naturally. Now, my statue ain't gonna work until probably next week. I'm gonna have to get the bot set up for all that. So I want to make sure all the technical issues and some other content things is done first. The bot, especially the bot that I use, it's not complex, but it's just gonna take some time to do. So it's probably gonna be the weekend by Heidi. I promise you this, and I'm not trying to be. I'm kind of mentioned this the other day, right? I don't have the same issues a lot of men have, but I don't push certain issues in the same way a lot of men would. If you knew the things that your counterparts say and do, Comparing them to adult entertainment is light, right? Extremely light. But that's the thing. That's the thing, right? About it is that's what I'm saying. It's the people who are paying for it. It's those guys because they don't have interactions with real women, or the real women that they have access to are not of any value or quality because in society, even though they may make money, they don't present value or quality. So they have some chick's boyfriend talking to them on the internet. They think they're talking to this chick, and they're spending money like $11,000 to get asphyxiated by him. It was one of these videos, one of these movies or shows or whatever. The dude, the chick, he knew she had a boyfriend, all that shit, talking to her on OnlyFans all the time. She like went overseas, and he thought he was gonna propose to her, and she was gonna stay and do all this shit, and he spent a lot of money. Stayed at her hotel, didn't go to the house, all that shit like that, right? You gotta stay off those. You gotta stay off those West Indian porn sites, bro. It's dangerous. But my concern is that you know the names of these people, bro. Lee. I feel like that makes me feel like you're donating to some of them. But again, right? But that's the thing. And look, again, I'm not faulting them. I don't care if they do it. I don't care at all. I don't care at all if they make OnlyFans. But you can't make an OnlyFans and then think that you're on the same page. You deserve the same level of respect as a woman who's, you know, kept herself in a more conservative lifestyle. The same level of respect. And what has happened is a lot of women have confused sexual attraction with respect, or confused that a lot of women don't understand the difference of a man who will fuck you and a man who will actually entertain a relationship with you. I'm not even going to say date because, again, it's a lot of women out here who swear they're dating rappers and athletes. This nigga calls you over after the club, or he may take you to the club with him, show y'all because you may look a little decent, and he's not claiming you. He's fucking 30 other bitches. But in that woman's mind, because they've had an outing and they've had sex. Sex is dating. That's what when a woman says she's dating somebody nowadays, that's just a polite way of saying she's fucking. When a woman says she's going on dates, a woman is saying she's getting fucked. Right? That's the definition now. That's the meaning. That's the phrasing. They just so okay, like that, Heidi. So do you feel like the path that you've taken in life, right? The path that you've taken in life, you deserve the same level of respect as a Sophie Rain, whoever that may be. I mean, she's number one. Same respect. So if somebody said that Sophie Rain's career path is equally commendable as yours, would you agree with that? Hey, we just, I was three-fifths not that long ago, so I'm still learning this game. Okay. Not, let's take the human aspect out of it. Career. Her career is as respectable as yours. You can twerk and you can't. Deserving and entitled to are two different things, right? Because you can't fault someone for feeling like you're providing an opportunity to mislead or to derail somebody. Now, of course, it's up to that person to whether or not they go that path. But again, say you go to the beach, and I go to the beach, find me a good cop. Say you go to the beach, right? And you go down to this beach, and one of them's wearing a RoboCop, and um, I think good cop is a gray area because I think that you have to do some shady shit. Now I think there are dickhead cops who are just fucking pieces of shit and they just take advantage of it. But I think that there are people who you would consider even good cops, but then because of certain acts they do or don't take, you know, people are gonna look at it differently. But anyway, a bitch is wearing a G string, right? When you took your family to the beach, you kids, your wife, you live a relatively modest life. Now, not making you look. She's not making you force your eyeballs on her, but you're in a place where a certain level of decency is expected. And she decides to start sunbathing. Naturally, we're all human beings, right? Thoughts. So you're always on the bottom? That has to get boring after a while. But my thing is this: by engaging in certain activities, you tempt people. Now, should a man know not to go on OnlyFans because there's going to be a likelihood of shenanigans and tomfoolery? Yeah. OnlyFans started out as, like you said, exercise, cooking. It was a lot of coaches who were teaching various workout methods. But then one woman found out that they'll let us get naked on here and not ban us. Did you see the feedback? Like when OnlyFans said they were going to get rid of nudity, women revolted. Like, you're going to tell me you're going to take away my right to prostitute myself? Here's the thing. So the 9 trillion, I mean, the drug dealer, knowing that people are weak, right, presents him an escape. He's a bad person. He's capitalizing on somebody's weakness. Capitalizing on somebody's weakness, right? Taking advantage of someone. But then the argument is, should somebody have that weakness? Whose fault is it that they have that weakness? Right? Drugs, biological attraction are different. Like if you naturally, again, where your eyeballs go, it is what it is. You get on the Twitters, you type in the wrong hashtag, you go down a rabbit hole that you can't escape from. Young man, just getting into the prime of life, if you will, happens to stumble across something like this, never seen it before in his life. Do you fault him for finding interest in it? Fault him for pursuing his curiosity? Fault him for stumbling across his cousin's OnlyFans? Fucking terrible. But these women are ruining lives because, again, they don't understand the depth of the internet and the depth of the crotch watchers and the depth that their crotch is eventually being after being an OnlyFans model. Like, these women genuinely look at it, and saying that me doing this, I'm with it. Let's take all the. I feel like, honestly, you have to take, like, especially in Americans. Did y'all see the thing about the AI and it ranked people from different countries and it said like one Japanese person is worth 10 Americans? It should be scary. United States Americans. But anyway, yeah, I believe Americans are some of the weakest people in the world, and I hate to say it, right? Because given all the freedoms, we get super sloppy, right? We have to be told what to do. We're more cattle than probably anybody. We have more freedoms and more rights, allegedly. But I feel like, we are weak when it comes to discipline. Like, things should be taken away from you for you to be able to strengthen your discipline. Oh, you can hear the music? I was wondering why it wasn't coming out. I was wondering what's showing on the thing. Oh, you know why? That's probably why. But anywho, so I was just listening to it. I thought, I was like, I think that was showing up on the little bar. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna listen to it. Oh, I'm on the whatchamacallit. That's why. I'm on the wrong thing. Y'all ain't calling no way. So we can get ready to wind it down. But why are they not showing that? Oh. Anywho. Yeah, I was about to start freestyle. I was finna freestyle about OnlyFans hoes. Don't watch them OnlyFans hoes. Just cause the only man goes. Man, hold up, baby. No. But no, the thing I'm saying is just like it's a situation where Dialon is second place. Second place. Right. Dialon wishes he could spit as much hot fire as Dialon. But no, seriously, like, and I hate to say it, but it is. Like, look at what happens when you give people too much freedom. Oh Lord, not the Hawks. Oh my God. Oh my God. Have I ever viewed an OnlyFans account? I've seen OnlyFans creators on Twitter. I've seen clips and shenanigans, but not gonna lie, there's some interesting things going on. But it was for the purpose of understanding how they promote. So I've told y'all I've promoted certain things. And again, am I just as bad for promoting certain things, even though I'm not creating it? Possibly. But I can accept that role, right? If that is the case. But again, well, you know what it is. But again, so it's like, how are they getting leads? How are they building their brands? How are they doing this thing so that I can capitalize on this thing and emulate it, right? So, but because here's the thing: women don't want to pay for it. Women are broke. Let me lying. Women are broke. Women want the same. Again, like, women want the same equality. They don't want the same responsibility. That's what it is. And a lot of these women out here biting a lot of box. Y'all don't want to believe it, but it's a lot of box biting going on. You watch watch some of these damn shows. Oh, it's great. Because I mean, if I'm gonna watch adult content, amateur shit is the best shit. Right? Amateur shit is the best shit. Because I'm gonna be honest, like, the thing I've always hated about, even when I was younger watching stuff, I hated all the fake hollering. I hated all the fucking acting noise and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm disappointed in Zell. I watched Gladiator 2. Some things just should never have a sequel. Like, Gladiator 2 was a shit movie. Right? Gladiator 2 was a shit fucking movie. And I waited to watch it because I was just I'm such a fan. Like, Gladiator, Man on Fire are some of my favorite movies. You say the important, or exactly when it compares to. No, I mean, let me explain this properly. In most contexts, you're like, when they're making certain noise and just doing certain shit, like you can tell, right? You can tell when it's added fucking nonsense, right? Like if you have real physical encounters, you can tell when all that hooping and hollering is a bunch of bullshit. Now, don't get me wrong. Different women respond differently, right? But all that fucking holler, even if like the bitches do it, like that's a no go, right? Like it's a. Like, I don't like a bitch that holler and make all that fucking noise. That shit don't be sounding. It bitch sound like she's getting attacked. Like, no. All that hooping and hollering shit. Like, now again, there's a way in the context and when it's sensual and it works. But it's like what the fuck, bitch? They finna call the cops on me. Like that type of shit is not intriguing, right? And we can have a conversation about that one day, but that's a completely different conversation. That's when I'm gonna have to make the stream 18 plus restricted because clip it, share it with the world. Maybe it'll bring in some more weirdos to the den. But like I said, it's just there's reasonable reactions, and then there's just over the top shit, and then it is what it is. Now along with soul food or love, I don't even remember in soul food honestly. So I'm gonna go with Love Jones. I just don't even remember what she looked like in fucking soul food. Soul Food was a terrible movie. Soul Food is a bad thing. It tastes good. Like again, why we promote terrible stuff. Like don't get me wrong. It was, I don't like soul food. I didn't say that, but the fact that we associate it with Negro knees and Negroes' knees, and diabetic knees, it's just like we encourage ourselves to eat terribly. We encourage ourselves to live terrible lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? And soul food was terrible because the mama died. If you ain't seen it, I don't know what advice would I give the younger generation when it comes to that? Don't even do it. Like y'all are in anything under 30 is so, and even 30 now. Y'all don't understand. Oh my God. We were kind of having this conversation in the Discord the other day. Like it's sad, really. At this point, everything 40 and under is out of there. Like because the women try to compete with the young. Like this bitch is 40 and damn near in their 50s trying to compete and be out there with young women. I've seen the bitches who was 60. And she was really good looking for a 60-year-old woman. But bitch, you 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess if you got it, flaunt it. But goddamn, you know what I mean? Like, at what point do you say, all right, it's time to put some clothes up? But I guess if it still looks good, if it still looks accessible, I'm pretty sure there's all kind of attachments and additional things on there. Like, save that for in the house, right? And then that's the main thing. See, this is what these broads don't get. Remember, we're saying that everything ain't for everybody, right? Everything ain't for everybody. But what it is just that have some couth about yourself. Like, women nowadays don't understand the difference between slutty and sexy. They don't have sex appeal, right? They just put everything out there. They just get basically naked. The bitches be wearing wrestling suits, skin hanging out. And a lot of the bras don't even be in, and I'm not saying you got to be perfectly model fit, no mind me. I like a little pushing for the cushion. You know what I'm saying? I'm a large man. I like to, I can work with it. But my deal is just like a bitch halfway walking around butt naked. I don't want that. That's easy access for anybody. Like a bitch come trying to talk to you and she just dressed like, you can see everything basically. Who the fuck wants that? Like, there's no challenge in this. Like if you dress like this all day, every day, why am I going to get excited when you fucking get naked? I absolutely not going to have it. It's like, I already know what I'm getting, right? I already know what I've got. I saw your OnlyFans. Like, I'm going to know what I'm getting. There's no, women nowadays don't know how to play the game. They do shit for themselves and they do shit to compete with other women, right? They don't have, terrible. You had a mustache rash. Um, yeah, exactly. Quantity over quality. And they just put it out. And women nowadays are trying to. It's so stupid. This is like it's a black woman thing more so. I mean, I guess I don't because I guess I don't deal with other races enough, so I always say it's a black woman thing. Um, when a woman says that she pulls men, you don't. You fucking don't. You don't pull unless you literally go up to the dude and holler at him, which women don't do that very often, right? Unless you really go out there and make a move. Just because a nigga came up to you and gave him your number, I'll be pulling nigga. No, bitch, you got pulled. You gave up the information. The motherfucker approached you and you gave up the information. You didn't pull shit. You didn't go over there and extract information like a fucking CIA agent from a terrorist from somebody. I'm not saying get all violent like that. You got pulled. Your information was pulled from your person and stored into that phone, right? Your attention was pulled. Like that shit kills me. Bitch, you get half naked. There's no effort. If you go out with your fucking ass crack showing, you know what I'm saying? Or you half your ass hanging out your fucking shorts. Yeah, niggas gonna try to shoot, especially like Miss Bell says, the low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like you give me the obvious fake number. Yeah, and that's the crazy shit. Again. Um, but it's just like, yeah, niggas gonna shoot for that because if she's putting it out there in a sexual manner, if she's putting the flesh out there, she's signaling for something, right? She's not putting the flesh out there. "Huh, I'm a modest woman of God. Get the fuck out of here, slut. You know what you're trying to do. You're just wanting it from the right motherfucker. Because again, some of you niggas don't have to pay. Some of you niggas gonna have to wait. Some of you niggas gonna have to do some overall stuff. But if the broad really likes you, everything she's talking about is out the fucking window. And she's gonna give it up initially. Out the front. That's why white one night stands exist. And they can say, oh, well, I didn't really like him. Or I didn't. Yeah, maybe so. But you had that physical attraction and you were willing. You know what I'm saying? You remember your grandparents from? Do I remember from a kid? No. No. And it was super funny because I was checking my credit report the other day and I saw some numbers on there. And I was like, this did used to be my phone number. This was a phone. I'm like, damn, what is this? Like, why does this seem so familiar? I was like, oh, that was my number. I change numbers every couple of years, right? Because sometimes you got to lose contact with people. Sometimes you deliberately got to lose contact with people. And it's just the way it is, you know? It's just how it is. Like, and then the people I do want to keep contact with, I fucking 750. It might not even be over 75. Um, it might not even be 7.5. But I do that because sometimes you like it's leaves on a tree, right? And if a person finds their way back around to you, then it was meant to be, right? But if not, then hey, maybe it wasn't. We grow apart. That time in our lives that we associated or that we were cool, it is what it is. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And these bras don't realize. Like, here's the crazy thing is, I got niggas, all kind of niggas they're after me, but you don't want any of them niggas. If you wanted them niggas, you would be entertaining them niggas, right? And that's the thing. So bras say all kind of stupid shit to make their egos feel good, but in reality, when you break it down, it's not true. It's delusion, and it's false delusions, right? Well, false delusions are delusions. It's delusions of grandeur, right? Because if you really like the niggas that was in your phone, if you really had the niggas that was in your DMs, you'd be fucking with them. You would be fucking with them. Like you wouldn't be having them on read. You wouldn't be. You would be fucking with them. But you don't like them niggas. So yeah, you got plenty of niggas who may break some bread, but they're not. You're not gonna be happy with them. You're not gonna be satisfied with them. And you know what the wildest thing is? And then we're gonna get ready to wrap it up because we're counting down. Uh, no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right, we'll do a quick poll. What we got here? We've got a few folks in here. What makes you more interested? What holds your attention? What kind of woman would hold your attention longer in here, fellas? A stripper or an attractive librarian? I'm saying that's all you knew about them. Say the level of attractiveness was equal, but all you knew is one was a stripper and one was a librarian. Yeah. And it definitely makes you like, because again, it's like these women have, like I say, it makes you seem promiscuous, and these modern women are promiscuous. That's why I say, like, they brag about their body count. Like, bitch, you having a hot girl summer? Now you got a hot summer baby, and then now you mad at niggas because niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't this and this. No, I'm not saying So you say TD, you say the stripper would catch your attention more, or would hold your attention longer. Bro Lee and Delta could say the librarian would. I would find if they're of an equal level of attractiveness. This is my opinion. I'm getting everybody's not going to agree. An equal level of attraction, and then I like to read. Right. I think the conversation is going to be better from the librarian. The depth of knowledge is going to be better from the librarian. The variety of things to talk about in conversation. A stripper is going to tell me, or a stripper ain't going to be able to do shit, but I'm not, let's say she was a virgin stripper. Let's say it's a virgin librarian. Let's not even say that they're doing, I'm just saying that because with the stripper, you basically, it's all out there. You know what she got, you know what she working with. To me, and I'm not going to say, oh, she could be stripping to pay her way. It's too late. God damn, it's 11 o'clock. It's time to get off this motherfucker. A librarian have a disco stripper riding in a brand new, or no, not a brand new, she riding in a 2012 Nissan Altima on 4-ball tires, missing a passenger seat, overdue for an oil change by 200,000 miles. All I'm saying is this, and we can slide in the Discord right after this. All right, we'll start the Discord. Let me put the Discord link up there if y'all ain't got it. I'm just saying, me personally, I like conversation. I like to have a variety of conversations. I like to talk about a litany of things. If a broad is one set minded or she can't diversify the conversation, it's easy to lose interest quickly, right? Women and men generally have different senses of humor, so I don't expect that to be a thing. But if you find a broad that has a similar sense of humor, no, it's your birthday. Eastern Standard Time. Where we at? Oh, so it's the 27th. Shout out to Miss Bell. How old are you, Miss Bell? 26 now? But all I'm saying is just like, to me, because especially if you're gonna gal or you're gonna do whatever, yeah, we're gonna be fucking. Yeah, I mean, but you're gonna fuck the librarian too. The librarian probably gonna be more of a freak, right? Because the stripper thinks she's just gonna get by with a goddamn look. She ain't gonna want to do nothing for it. Librarian gonna have some old weird ideas and shit going on. You know what I'm saying? She might be into that thing. She's gonna do that little thing you like. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah. So that's all I'm saying, man. Is this? It's time to ready to wrap it up. 2 hours deep. I thank y'all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. As we get this thing back going, getting the consistency going, y'all, I don't know, y'all don't be reading. But we're gonna start doing some different things. I'm glad I got this little tool. I'm actually stay up a little bit later and fool with this thing for a little bit because there's some variety of things I can do with this, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah. Oh, this is, look. I'm trying to tell you something. Yeah, it's a Shure mic. It sure is. Oh, if I play mushrooms, it's over. It's gonna be a whole nother conversation. I ain't played Hitman in a while either. I might have to bring that back. I might. I'm in a debate right now because I want to make one more purchase, but I don't. It's not a necessary purchase, so I don't think I need to make it. So I just need to make it for my little setup. But I think everything's good now. So yeah. Oh, Mixer, the fucking little English kid, that fucking bean eating bastard, fucking gonna come in the streaming noodle. You fucking tosser, you fucking wanker. Yeah, fucking piece of shit. Mixer crew was the most down ass crew of all the channels. I'm not hating on it, but we're talking about the compact select few. Mixer crew was the elite. Congratulations, you're now one of my elite employees. Fucking Mixer crew. Mixer crew was a ragtag bunch of extreme degenerates. It was, look at this nigga. 4 minutes after the stream's supposed to be over. See, this is what's happening when you deal with a nigga from Port Arthur. Mixer Crew was a wild deal. Here, but let me drop the Discord thing in the chat. Oh yeah, you still driving? You done driving TD? I know I owe you a game of dominoes. If we don't get in today, we'll get in tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, let me drop this Discord link. We're gonna jump into voice chat. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, like I said, you could have been anywhere in the motherfucking world. But tonight you kicked it in Bell's house. And the bell has rung. And it's went up or rung on the ladder. So happy birthday to Miss Bell. And don't be going to the mail review. That's not like you. That's a no. But we do sincerely hope that you enjoy it. And I just Nick Trill obviously. They're not the nigga Trill want to be on time to the damn voice chat. Be ahead of everybody. Let me drop this here. Want to be late in the damn thing. Let's drop it. Put the link in. And again, I'll catch y'all there. Y'all know the rules, man. Don't meet me there, beat me there. And you ain't got to go home. But you must, absolutely freaking must evacuate the den this evening. Because the show is where you at, Brully? It doesn't fucking matter where you're at if you smell what the honcho is cooking. Anyway, link right there. Catch me in the Discord. I love y'all, man. Take care of yourselves. I need y'all to be here mañana. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think we're gonna talk about the 4Fs tomorrow. But it's a conversation I actually need to do a little bit of research on because some of these conversations I want to have our time. We'll probably do the we'll probably there's some things going on we got to talk about, but I got to do some research to figure out where it is. But with that being said, man, I'm trying to produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I thank y'all for being here, man. Take care of yourselves. If you sleep, you go to bed, get you some good rest. If not, voice chat because we all that. I'm out. Adios, amigos, and muchachos, and whatever else kind of outing people say. 8 more hours. That's what she said.